Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. Today's grade 12 lesson on sequence and series. We're looking at simultaneous problems, right? Now there's various simultaneous problems, but here we're looking at arithmetic sequence, right? And we say simultaneous, that means we have two unknowns, right? So if I look here, for arithmetic sequence, we know we can find the general term using Tn equal a plus n minus 1 times t. See, they have a variable a, I have a variable n, and I have a variable t. So there's three unknowns. To solve a simultaneous problem means one of those three is given and the other two are unknown. So we have to create two equations, right? So let's look at the problem. Find the general formula of arithmetic sequence if term 4 equal 14 and term 16 equal 50. So using Tn equal a plus n minus 1 times d, term 4 would become 4 minus 1, which gives me 3d, and a simply stays a. So term 4 equal a plus 3d, but they say term 4 equal 14, so 14 equal a plus 3d, and there's my equation 1. Right, so you see they have two unknowns, a and t. Therefore, it will be solved simultaneously. Term 16 equal 50. So term 16 would be a plus 16 minus 1 would give me 15. So therefore, it's a plus 15d. Right? But term 16 is 50. So 50 equal a plus 15d. That's my equation 2. Right, so now we going to subtract one equation from the other one. So I'm subtracting the bigger value from the smaller. So I'm going to say subtract 2 from 1. So I'm going to write that a plus 15d equal 15 and then 14 equal a plus 3d. But because I'm subtracting, positive becomes negative, positive, negative, positive becomes negative. So 50 minus 14 gives me 36. A minus a cancels, so you see my one unknown cancels, and I'm left with only one unknown d, so therefore I can solve for d now. So 15 minus 3 gives me 12d, right? So 12d equals 36. If I divide by 12, 12d divided by 12 gives me t. 36 divided by 12 gives me 3. So my t common difference here equal 3. That's my equation 3. Can substitute 3 in 1, or I can substitute 3 in 2. In this case, I went back to 1, so where t is there, I place 3. So 3 times 3 would give me 9. Plus 9, if I take it over, would become minus 9. So 14 minus 9 gives me 5. And a there then simply equal to 5. So my first three terms would then be 5, where I start with a, plus 3 would give me 8, plus 3 would give me 11. They want the general formula, so to find general formula, I'm going to have Tn equal a plus n minus 1 times t. A was 5, t was 3, 3 times n gives me 3n, 3 times minus 1 gives me negative 3 plus 5. So I have 5 minus 3 becomes plus 2, so my formula Tn equal 3n plus 2. Alright, so if we recap the problem, in short, right, from what was given, I was able to create two equations, but as you can see, I had two unknowns, a and t, Therefore, I had to solve them simultaneously, meaning I had to cancel one of the two variables or letters so that I'm able to solve the other one, which I done there. From there, once I got the value of t, I could go back then and solve the value of a. And then I was able to answer the rest. All right, let's look at the second problem. Right, now problem number 2, they say the fourth term of a arithmetic sequence, very important. They say we're dealing with arithmetic, is 28. So term 4 is 28, and the 10 term is 10. Term 10 equal 10. Determine, first problem, the value of the 9 term. Right, so again for term 4, it's going to be a plus 3d. 4 minus 1 gives me 3d, right? And that equals 28, so a plus 3d equals 28. Term 10 would become a plus 10 minus 1, which gives me 9d. And term 10 equal the value 10, so 10 equal a plus 90. Again, I have equation 1 and 2, so I can cancel the a simply by subtracting, right? So I'm subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, right? So there 10 equal a plus 90. There, if I'm subtracting, that would become negative 28, negative a, negative 3d, same as the previous problem. So 10 minus 28 gives me a minus 18. A minus a cancels, so one unknown is gone. So 9 minus 3 gives me 60. Right, to get to d, I always divide by whatever's in front of the coefficient in front of d. So I have 60 divided by 6 gives me d. Negative 18 divided by 6 would then give me negative 3. So my common difference, d equal negative 3. Now from here I can substitute this in there in the place of equation 1, or in the place of equation 2. Right, there we've gone in 1, so I have a plus 3 times negative 3, which gives me negative 9. If I take negative 9 across the equal sign, it becomes 28 plus 9. Right, and I'm left with a. 28 plus 9 gives me 37, so a equal 37. Alright, so my first three terms, 37 minus 3, 34, minus 3, 31. So in my equation, Tn equal a plus n minus 1 times d, we want term 9. So we put 9 there, and wherever a is, 9 minus 1 gives me 8. A there is 37, and t was negative 3. Negative 3 times 8 gives me minus 24. 37 minus 24 then gives me 13. So I hope you follow the process. Very important that you know it. Right, now you see there that was A. Let's look at question B. So for B, they want the sum of the first 11 terms. So we have first three terms was 37, 34, 31. My common difference, 34 minus 37 gave me minus 3. So for sum Sn equal n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So that's the formula because it's a arithmetic sequence. Right, they want sum to 11 terms, so n is 11, the n is 11, the n is 11. A is 37, that's the first term, a being the first letter of the alphabet, term 1, 1 being the first letter of the natural number system. So then a we place 37 and t was minus 3. 11 minus 1 gives me 10. 10 times minus 3 would give me minus 30. There that would give me 74. Minus 30 would give me 44. 11 divided by 2 times 44 would then give me 242. Right? So that's simultaneous equations. I hope you follow. I hope you practice. I hope you master it. These problems, they look complex, but they're not. They just require more practice than other problems. If you practice it, you'll get used to the process and you will get some marks. Right? I wish you nothing but the best. God bless. Bye.